Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Sunday night pay-per-view. It's nice to get those in here. We got 2 weeks in a row here of Sunday night pay-per-views coming up here on the lovely world of wrestling here. Hello, everybody. Mike the Ref here. It is June 19th, 2022. We got Impact Slammiversary, and the pre-show is just about to go up in about a minute here. Just let me get some background lighting going on here. It's shaping up to actually be a really good card here because our main event, Josh Alexander versus Eric Young, that's going to be a humdinger of a match. We got the Queen of the Ring. Just making sure the lights are on so we get that on there. Let's go with sports. By the way, good to see you, JJ, in the chat. Good to see everybody. Anybody popping in chat here. Even if you're watching this on VOD or you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for popping in here. I don't have the whole card memorized. Normally, somebody professional would have a sheet of paper over here indicating what everything's going on, but I do have a fair bit of an idea what's going on here tonight. We got the Queen of the Mountain match, 5 ladies challenging for the Impact Wrestling Women's Championship, Knockouts Championship. We got the Knockouts Tag Championship with Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie taking on the Influence. We got a Monsters Ball match between Sami Callihan and Moose. We got a Ultimate X match for the X Division Championship. That's going to be... I got a feeling that's what's going to lead up to the start of the show. Because they usually put the Ultimate X on first because, well, there's the most setup involved there. So, and then we also have Honor No More taking on the... TNA Originals. I think they're saying Impact Originals, but it could be TNA. 20 years of Impact, and this is your 3rd Slammiversary. I remember, I actually have a binder back there of all the weekly pay-per-views. I spent the $9.99 throughout the pay-per-view era to basically illegally record all their pay-per-views that came up. The Asylum years, as they call it. Impact Wrestling has always been under the wire for being a good product. All right, come on, let's go, Impact. The one thing that's always killed Impact, a little bit of production problems here. Captain N, how are you doing? Good to see you tonight. I'm doing okay. Busy day at work. By the way, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't even think about it. So that's why I'm like, huh? Oh. D'Lo's going to be one of the OG members? I don't know. I believe Nick Aldis has been officially announced as one of them. I'm thinking maybe Christopher Daniels even for this one. On behalf of all the fathers, thank you. Happy Juneteenth. Yes. Juneteenth. Sorry, JJ. Up here, Juneteenth, after, I believe Pride Day was celebrated most of, yeah, D'Lo's been a backstage manager for a while, and I know he did make an appearance. Yes, not D'Lo Brown. Sorry. 2 people in there having conversations. I gotta get him straight here. D'Lo Brown came back. He's been a road agent. He was the color commentator for Impact with the broadcast team there for about a year, I think it was, with Matt Stryker. And then he got written off when Honor No More came in. And now last week he showed up in his Aces and Eights vest, which, here we go. Oh, never mind. We've been waiting so long. All right. Let's back out, back in. I love technology. Come on, Impact. We're waiting for you. You know. But yeah, D'Lo Brown has been in here. So far for Team Impact, they have the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, along with Frankie Kazarian. I read somewhere that Nick Aldis has been announced as one of the two surprise guests, so they're waiting for one more. I think it might be Christopher Daniels. It could be could you imagine Kurt Angle coming out? That would be flipping insane. Jeff Jarrett, that would be crazy. Of course, I believe both of those people are signed under WWE Legends contracts. Jarrett, I do believe, is a producer backstage right now. And WWE has enough issues to deal with rather than having their talent go work for other promotions right now. Oh, man. I will say this. This whole thing going on with Vince and that, there's a lot more that meets the eye when it comes to that. Thought Angle would show up? Possibly. That whole Vince thing is crazy. Yeah, like, when it comes to Vince, like that whole thing on Friday night when he showed up there and, you know, just trying to make sure we're doing this together. A lot of stock got sold before an article came. It was funny because it was actually announced that there might be an investigation into Kevin Dunn for selling a lot of his stock. But then they realized he's not on the board of directors, so he can't be found guilty of insider trading. So that's a thing. All right, Impact, what are you doing? I love when it says live and free. Well, I wish you a great stream, but I'm not watching Impact tonight. Tonight and evening of family, so I'm going to go sit outside. Pop. All right, cool. All right, I'll talk to you later, Captain N. The pre-show is available on YouTube when it finally runs here. It's supposed to go to the top of the hour, but then, yeah, it is going to be on pay-per-view, so... So I've seen the clip. He's using WWE money. Here's the thing. This $3 million payout was not... The lawyer wrote it up really nice. He wrote it up that this is Vince's personal money, therefore that's not an issue. And legally, it's not. However, when the start of this relationship happened, according to the details that they're investigating right now, the paralegal got an extra $100,000, basically doubled her salary. And with that happening, people have gone to jail for that. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I'm just going to go check the Impact Wrestling Twitter account because I'm sure there's going to be something up about this right now. Oh, the show. Okay. If you guys have the Fight app, fire over there, and it is live on there. So we are heading over there right now. There it is. Impact Wrestling Countdown. All right. Let's get into this here. We're 10 minutes late. Damn it. This back and forth, they need to get it together. Yeah, like. And of course, we got a commercial now for NWA. It's a little frustrating when stuff like this happens. I should have checked that earlier. But, yeah, because we got two matches on tonight. We have Rich Swann versus Brian Myers for the Digital Media Championship. And then we have the Reverse Battle Royale, which I think everybody's dying to see. But yeah, this is going to be a very interesting card tonight. Overall, like, the talents have really stepped up, and Impact Wrestling's one of those that a lot of people haven't, I think the best way to say it is that a lot of people have snoozed on. So, and it's interesting that, you know, somebody like Mia Yim actually decided to go to Impact instead of going to AEW with her husband Keith Lee. All right, we're into the Myers Swan match right now. 9 minutes in, damn it. Nice impaler DDT by Myers there. Shout out to his old mentor Edge there on that one. Lethal injection cutter? That was pretty cool on Swan here. Wow. A second rope 450. He didn't even go to the top rope. JJ, you have to, if you're going on the Fight app, you actually go onto the live, and then it's the countdown to Slammiversary, not the actual pay-per-view. It's a different feed. The Fight app isn't as good as it should be, but okay, I get why you had to do it, because of the cables on the Ultimate X. So going up to the top rope really isn't feasible at this moment, trying to jump off of that, right? Xylot themes. All right. People are trying to get their free advertising in tonight. I love how Tom Hannafin and Matthew Raywall are working together here. And the Flying Elvis is signing behind that, a boy. Surprised security isn't around. Oh, somebody's got a list of signs here. TNA! TNA! Emma's a sucker. Handsome JF. I think OSW Wrestling's going to need to check out those guys. So that's what I thought. Ultimate X is going to be the opening match. Jesus, that lineup. Ace Austin, Kenny King, Alex Zane, Mike Bailey, Andrew Evett, Trey Miguel. Like, seriously. And after Ace has had his run in New Japan in the Super J Cup, it's interesting that they threw together Taya Valkyrie and Rosemary again. I think we'll talk about it a little later on, but it just seems like when it comes to tag divisions right now, when it comes, especially the women, there's really no reason to have them right now, to be honest. Okay, so I was right. It was Nick Aldis is number 4. Yeah, I totally think that's going to be the. I think that's going to be Christopher Daniels, because it's the only time that you're allowed to team up is in a 10-man, right? Briscoe's Good Brothers. That's going to be damn. I just think that. Oh yeah, Thunder. Actually, it was the other way around. JJ, Taya actually called out Thunder Rosa on the AAA broadcast. Because she is currently the Reina de Reinas champion. And what you saw from Thunder Rosa was the response to Taya's call. I want to see it. Honestly, I wanted to see Taya in AEW with Thunder Rosa, but I think AEW is going to be okay right now. They're building up Tony Storm to take on Thunder Rosa, which is going to happen this Sunday. So that should be more than fine here. The TBS Championship is basically flooded with talent right now between Athena and Statlander. Either one of those realistically could go for the championship. I think it's more likely that Athena would be the one to get it, because Statlander's already had her shot before the gimmick change, of course, but now that she's got this new gimmick, she's got more of a chance to attack it with a little more fervor, but I love how Eric's sort of the perfect opponent for a Slammiversary pay-per-view for a new champion. Because especially if you're going to celebrate 20 years, the most consistent worker in Impact Wrestling from its inception, I would have to say, is Eric Young. There's others that have been around for a long time, but nobody's essentially stayed for most part. Yes, there's that WWE run that he did have in the middle of it. Trying to watch my Walgreens delivery and finish. Trying to get all the housework in is always very important. And I do appreciate everybody that goes out and actually picks up the pay-per-view, whether it's on regular pay-per-view means or the Fight app. I'm personally doing it on the Fight app. It's a lot easier to watch later if I want to, because I can always go back and watch it later after Sidecast. I usually do miss a few things during the show, so it's good for me to go back and check things out that way. So this should be time for the Reverse Battle Royale. Yep, referees are outside the ring. Johnny Swinger got his own little WrestleMania 6 cart. Oh, so it's basically everybody that isn't on the main roster is coming out. Shark Boy? David Young's out there. Peds are having some problems with the names. Evil never will rest. James freaking Mitchell. They're bringing back the old disciples. Atta boy. Well, Slash has gained a few followers, but yeah, so basically this is 2 battle royals in one. One to get in the ring, one to get out of the ring. Ziggy Dice got to go over the top rope. And Chris Bay is in. Yeah, this is the reason where Fire Russo chants were so prevalent. Okay, David Young's Johnny Swinger. Macklin. I'd like to know who this real skinny guy is here. Okay, that's Chase Stevens. Okay. Chase has lost, well, I guess you could lose a lot of muscle mass in this case. Mike Jackson with a chair? Ziggy's a complete yahoo here. Oh, he's just doing the fancy spot. Shark Boy's in. This is why this match was so horrible. The second match is supposed to begin right away. Get your belts out of there, you idiot! You idiot! You're gonna cost us a pay-per-view here. Oh, jeez. Fire Russo! So we got 8 minutes here, guys. Let's go. Wasn't Zicky Dice on another He's on a lot of pay-per-views, JJ. So one thing about Impact, they're almost at the point where they have to allow their talent to work with other promotions. They only work, 2, 3, 4 days a month tops. Like what they'll do is they'll wrestle tonight on the pay-per-view, and then tomorrow and Tuesday they'll tape for the next 4 weeks or whatnot. A lot of time wasted doing that. Yeah, that's exactly it. And there's 8. So now we go into Battle Royal Part 2. I want David Young to win. Either that or show off a spine buster, one or the other, because he had a sweet spine buster before. He's out. Nope. Here's the funny part. These veteran wrestlers that haven't been around for a while, I think they're going to have a little bit of an advantage because they got the extra weight there, right? Oh. Chase Stevens is okay. That wasn't that skinny little guy. Chase actually, looks like a wrestler. I got a feeling Macklin's going to be the one to win this. Just based on who I see here. Seems that Impact is taking quite a liking to Macklin. And I can't say they really blame him. Formerly Steve Cutler. He's got the size of a cruiserweight, but definitely has a different style that doesn't necessarily include a lot of that, so. Ah, yes, David Young. The only man who's been in one of these before. Or is it Shark Boy? Attaboy, Macklin. I love it. When somebody tries to do all this flippy-dippy stuff, then all of a sudden, nope. Uh-oh. Are they going to do the Benoit on Macklin? Oh, no, they're both going out. We only got 5 minutes, guys. This Battle Royale got to go. Got some shots going here. Could you imagine this running into the main show? Oh, yeah, this is it. Oh, no, never mind. And they're both out. You knew they were going to do something stupid to eliminate each other. I love Hannaford. He's like, yeah, Bay must have said, screw it, I'm taking him out. There goes my pick. Shark Boy for the cheap pop. Oh, and Shira's gone. Oh, no, never mind. There's Shira. Shark Boy. Shark Boy for the win. Let's go. Swinger and Young. This is old school TNA right here. Johnny Swinger and Simon Diamond. Going back to the early days, like 03, 04, David Young was the apprentice of Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger. So this is actually, story-wise, this is actually somewhat factual here. This, at least you're going to get that cheap pop. Oh, there it is. Still pretty sweet. Oh, God. Johnny Swinger. Ha! It's a TNA battle royal. Last one's got to be pin or submission. It's kind of funny. They got like 3 different sets of rules going on. So it's a 3-tiered match. Swinger's going to put him this. Come on, guys. A small package. Let's go. Stunner coming. Here it is. Boom. The Shummer. And Shark Boy gets the win. Shark Boy looking a little bit more like a tuna, but still. This was one of Vince Russo's not favorite concepts. You can see how confusing this is, how they actually tried to play it as a serious, like, I believe, what was it, for the X Division at one time, they set it up that they had to reassess how the rankings were going to go. So they did this Reverse Battle Royale gimmick. They, the 8 people that were in the ring, they were ranked 1 through 8. And basically, as you got eliminated, that was your rank. Like, if you got eliminated first, you were ranked number 8. Then versus the 7, 6, 5, all the way to number 1. And I believe after that, it was a tournament. From those 8, the winner of that tournament went on to face the champion. It was... I think this was in a matter of, like, 4 weeks. Because they were trying to do monthly big pay-per-views. So, yeah, it was all over the board. But I got to switch over to... switch over to live feed. Should be up right now. There we go. The other thing about the fight app here. You got to get out of one to go to the other. Especially if it's a preview. The preview should automatically be locked into the main show. Maybe that's just me. If anybody from Fight's watching this, which if you are, thank you. I appreciate everybody that comes in here. Like I said, I appreciate everybody here popping in, watching. We need to clean up this damn app. Please. Interesting opening. A lot of people are rumoring it could be Shamrock that comes out. He's been around before. Jerry Jarrett, the last man that used to be the emergency backup for Vince. If you guys didn't know, he was the emergency backup if Vince had to go to jail during the steroid trial. Team Canada, America's Most Wanted, Frankie Kazarian, Abyss. The most insane move in wrestling ever. I'm sorry, to this day, Elix Skipper going across the 6 sides of steel and pulling off a Hurricane Rana off the top of the cage. To me, that will... I think that pretty much will forever be my craziest moment I've ever seen. For the fact he had to walk over that much to get it. I still can't believe they're doing Queen of the Mountain match tonight. They were showing Jarrett up there with the belt. So basically the concept is you have to pin your opponent, then you have to grab the belt, climb a ladder, and hang your belt. One thing I will say that I really do appreciate here is the fact that I think there's only 6 matches on this card in 3 hours. They're going to get time to breathe. Like, every one of these matches should have a lot of impact, no pun intended. Well, what am I kidding? All pun intended. But all these matches should theoretically be well drawn out and actually get the time that they deserve, right? I just like to know what the breather match is going to be here. This is just reading the card the way it is. We are very close to being at an AEW level here in terms of there's no break match. There's no match here that really you could slow down and say, okay, well, I could catch my breath on this. Maybe the 10-man tag, but you still have that over the top aspect to that match, right? When it starts breaking down. All right, here we go. This is a small venue that they're in. I love how Trey Miguel has actually rebounded from his time in the Fed. Well, when his buddies headed to the Fed. Could you imagine if Wentz comes back here after all the crap that went down? Yeah, Trey's got the Venom thing going on. Yeah, that's a cool gimmick, Spider Trey. So he's pulling out the Venom tonight. Look at those. Oh my God. Those contacts. The contacts made it a hell of a lot better, yes. Andrew Everett coming in. Alrighty. Former Trevor Lee running buddy. You want to talk about somebody that fits into the X Division perfectly? Kenny King. I'm glad to see so many Ring of Honor wrestlers actually get back on their feet. I'd like to see a little bit more of them, but we can't really say much about anything until Tony figures out what he's doing with okay. So yeah, Mike Bailey. Glad to see he's getting back into best gear of the night so far. Yeah. I don't know if you're going to get any. That's very interesting. The Inevitable Club. I think I need to get a t-shirt of that. Thank you. You gotta love it when, you know, oh, that gear is pretty sweet too. The black, purple, and white, really sharp. I really enjoy that. Oh, you found the ace. Cool. Oh, it's a Bullet Club signed card. Well, that's worth $1,000 in the crowd. Attaboy, Austin. That's one thing I've never understood about matches like this. Why do you not have weapons there right away? They're a little late on that spot, I think, personally, but that's just me. Jesus! Landed right back on his feet. Well, I have to say, Bailey's to me was a little better. He went up. Oh, this is not going to be... Those straps, oh my God. Do you think anyone's going to interfere? Typically, they don't book people to interfere in these matches. They, I know one year they had Christopher Daniels interfere so that Chris Sabin ended up winning one. I'd have to go back in my history books on this one, but they're typically, because there's so many people already in the match, they usually don't have extra people come in. Well, there's Miguel's spot over the top. Jesus! That look on his face is absolutely nuts. Ace. Like, I'm sorry, those contacts are a game changer in terms of... I love how Andrew Everett, all he's doing is coming out doing the big show mocking right now. Nice. You can tell Ace has adopted a few extra moves. Oh, nice miss and a PK. And here comes Miguel. Oh, no. Nice. You want to see some stuff you'd ever seen before? That's what the X Division's all about. Whoa. Jesus. Snap German. I don't want anybody to bring up the hardest part of the ring part, but damn, that hurts. Air Canada from Giselle Shaw right there. Wow. You gotta love the TNA chants coming up. And I'm sure the guys in the back are like, no, it's a wrong company. Oh, Jesus. Release German suplex into basically into a splash there. Oh, we got our second set. First man going solo. Uh-oh. All right, well, great for your neck there. Hey, Jared, good to see you tonight, my friend. How is life? How is this happy Father's Day to you? Hope the weekend's treating you well. Happy Juneteenth. So what is Bailey? Oh, Bailey would be the guy to do this too. He's like, screw all you guys, I'm going over. So if you're wondering, we are watching a pay-per-view here, Impact Wrestling. Oh. Well, let's just drop some knees on a guy's head. Well, the crowd's finally got one chant that's accurate here. Finally, Speedball. Yeah, I'm glad everything's going good there for you, Jaron. I know you were having a pretty crappy late part of May, early part of June here, but hope things have improved quite a bit for you. So, what in the hell are they doing? If you're not watching the pay-per-view right now, there's basically a six-person Tower of Doom with 4 guys perched on that top rope, and Miguel decided he didn't want to be a part of it, so he just hung on. Trey Miguel's like a Spider-Man just hanging on to that pole. Jesus! Canadian Destroyer off the top. Adam Cole would be so proud right now. Wow. I will check that out later. Just wanted to get a clip of that. Well, Zayn's going to be out of it for a while now. All right, folks, who you got? Who you got left in this matchup? Sorry, I didn't get the poll up like I should have. Why do our neighbor's dog run in our house? Because your dog likes wrestling. We have a mesh door. We have a door mesh and he's running in and out. That's interesting, JJ, to say the least. As long as you know the dog and it's not really... Mr. Vic! Oh my God, those trusses are bending. Yeah, Impact right now, this X Division match. Oh my God. You see those 4 pillars just bending right now. And the low blow by Austin. This sounds typical. I really hope these two check this out before they... How you doing today, Vic? Happy Father's Day, by the way. Happy Juneteenth. Happy day after Pride Day in Alberta. Now Everett's climbing through. Could you imagine Andrew Everett as the emergency sub come in and get that? Jesus! I guess if you can't use your hands, use your feet. Everett took that bump well. Even getting caught in the ropes, he actually managed to hold off there. Zayn goes over the top of both of them. Oh no, this is how Bayley wins it. Oh, never mind. Well, there it is. Yeah, they're trying to use the possession rule, but that doesn't exist. You have to be in possession of the championship after it's been unhooked. We did have a situation, I believe it was in 06, where Chris Sabin won the championship after AJ Styles and Daniels were both fighting over the championship over the top of it, and then it dropped into Sabin's hands. So he ended up being called the winner. And I don't think he actually climbed up there at all. So yeah, we got Speedball Bailey, your new X Division champion. So right now titles are 1-1. Hey Vic, did you get a chance to watch that cluster of Reverse Battle Royale to start the during the pre-show there? I believe half the wrestlers were just as confused as we were way back when it started. So Shark Boy ends up winning that one. He looks scared AF up there. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Bailey's much of a Extreme Rule guy, I think is the best way to put it. He's not one of these guys that likes to get into these kind of matches. Especially if you watch his Twitch streams, he's more psychological than anything. He's not really a weapon guy per se. So once again, we're bringing out the French squad. GCW, I didn't see, how was it, sir? I saw a few of your tweets there. You were going a little nuts over that card. How was it? I'm assuming it was a pretty great card. Such a great crowd, yeah. Well, it's funny in Alberta right now. We're setting up to have two amazing shows coming up this week. Top Talent Pro Wrestling is bringing in Moxley Showed Out versus Deppen. Nice. So we're actually getting performances by Jordan Oliver, Arrow Boy, and Jody Threat. That's the other one that's coming out for the Top Talent show on coming up this Thursday. Brand new promotion that's just starting up. I'm familiar with the Oliver's Your Guy. All right, I'm interested to see what they're doing, what he's going to be doing here against Heavy Metal, because Heavy Metal is one of the top wrestlers in Alberta right now as well. So this could be you just made that match a lot more exciting for me. And then Friday night, you're going to be able to see it on Twitch. Love Wrestling CA on Twitch. If I remember while I'm at the venue, I'll try to get a host on for it for you guys. Young, dumb, I'm broke. We have Taryn from Accounting defending the Love Wrestling Challenge Championship against Rachel Ellering, which, if you guys have been around my channel long enough, you know I'm over the moon of the fact Rachel's back in town. Holy crap. Holy crap. To be honest, Motor City Machine Guns probably are the most, well, no pun intended, well, all pun intended, impactful tag team in Impact Wrestling history, all the way from the beginning to even reuniting back now. And then, oh, sorry, Friday night, we also have Zoe Sager taking on Zoe Sager, who I guess I should slow it down for you guys, just so you double mention here. Zoe Sager, to me, for the last, well, since the pandemic started 3 years ago, you know that guy next to Aldous, Kazarian? Aldous really did only get his real opportunity in Impact Wrestling. Dang on dog kept running in and out. Got scratched from him jumping on me having shorts. He actually used kayfabe, damn it. Take that mic from Aldous. I don't mind him. Sometimes, like, his promos are a little droll at times, but as long as you can keep them short, you're okay. But let me get back to it here. Zoe Sager is going to be taking on Willow Nightingale, which is an absolute, in many ways, it's a dream match around here. And it's really great to see, you know, Giselle Shaw was originally scheduled for that spot. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it. So Willow takes that spot, and it's like, let's just go from from 1A to 1B kind of thing going on for that card. So yeah, we got those two matches on Friday, and that should be available on Love Wrestling CA's Twitch account here. So starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain. So I'm probably going to be at both shows. Well, I got tickets for both, so I better be there. And then next Sunday, we're going to have a preview show from Beercade once again. Getting some experts in to chat about Forbidden Door here, because I'll admit my New Japan is waning compared to what it should be. The card's not hyped up as much as it should be, but at the same time, you know when you got those two sets of rosters, they're going to come up with something good. And you know it's a pay-per-view, so Tony Khan's going to put something up good. And if you guys are wondering why it's taken so long to go from the first match to this match, you'll notice that the posts are gone from the Ultimate X. So they managed to get them out of there without destroying the ring. We have a New Japan guy. His name is Old School Joe. Yeah, I don't want you to get... don't get too much trouble saying that, my friend. But I'm bringing in Melball Collins. She's done some New Japan work for Love Wrestling before, but hasn't been on for a while now. So I'm boring her for the night. Her and Andre C are going to discuss the card. Andre watches a little bit of New Japan as well, so they'll have a little bit more of an idea what they're looking at compared to what I would. So I'm just going to sit back and just highlight what match we're going to talk about and go. So this is interesting here, where they got Rosemary teaming up with Taya, and it's been a hot minute since these guys have worked together, or these ladies, sorry. There's just so much time in the day. Yeah, I know. That's the biggest problem right now. Like, I'll be honest, I haven't been able to watch Impact as much as I want to because, you know, like you said, there are only so many hours in the day right now. I don't watch WWE anymore, well, outside of clips and the odd pay-per-view. I still keep the network for the fact that I want the classic stuff. If there was some way I could access it without giving Vince any money, I'd be out of there faster than a dirty shirt. But it's even to the point now where the local bars that used to show WWE shows just don't want to do them anymore. Well, it's good to see that the tag champs are actually wearing the same color gear at least. It sucks that the Inspiration aren't around anymore, but good on them for what they're planning to do now. Hide your IP. Yeah, I'm not much of a VPN guy, to be honest, my friend. Like, hell, I wouldn't feel half as bad doing it if we had something like Peacock up here. For the fact that technically you could say you're buying it for a whole bunch of other stuff, and then, well, the network's in there, might as well watch it too, right? Like, I have no problem paying for Impact Plus, right? Thought about it, to be honest. Yeah, I don't blame you. So, Vic, what do you think about these referee shirts that they have here? They actually have, for all of them, their counting arm is actually cut shorter than their regular one. Cameraman! Yeah, I know that one really well. Should have saw it on Rosemary's Entrance. I got a chance to watch Ty Valkyrie. Love them. It stands out. It's different. Absolutely. Happy Slammiversary. Slap nuts. That Ultimate X match was awesome. Absolutely it was. That, yeah, like, it's funny because they did 2 back-to-back gimmick matches that involved a ton of people. Because the last match of the pre-show was the Reverse Battle Royale, which turned into a nice 10-minute comedy fest. And we even got to see the Shummer, which I'm very happy about. Hey, we got to see the Shummer. Zicky Dice was an idiot. Old Man Johnson took up 5 minutes of camera time doing old school while some guy was trying to get rid of his belts on that were hanging over the guardrail. And we got to see actual storyline play out in that match. Oh, God. Like, Andre can attest to the chat here right now. Taya was here just a couple weeks ago in Edmonton, and she's so smooth. Like, the smoothness of her match actually, yeah, Taya's a boss. That was the one thing I noticed between her and Johnny compared to every other wrestler that I've seen come in. Just the level of fluidity and smoothness is just there compared to other ones. Surprised to see Chase Stevens. For me, it was David Young there. And the fact that they played up the story that Diamond and Swinger had David Young as their apprentice. So they actually worked together there, bringing up that story. Until, you know, Swinger decided to throw. throw Young out and then cost himself the victory because he didn't know the rules, and nobody really knew the rules. And I was hoping that there'd be a Fire Russo chant in the middle of the middle of the match, but there's not enough smarks in the crowd. And yes, we're speaking about referee uniforms. I'd be remiss. Dave Hebner, Tim White, both passing on this week. Deepest condolences to both of them. It's actually, it's a little funny that my quote-unquote wrestling story actually involved Dave Hebner. One of our local promotions was trying to come up with a gimmick for me for, like I was already Mike the Ref, but they wanted to make a wrestling story out of it. So the story they came up with was, if you remember post-WrestleMania 3, the infamous 2 Hebners, 1 match, fake the pin, all the plastic surgery thing going on. Basically, Ted DiBiase paid this guy to get plastic surgery to look just like Earl Hebner. In real life, it was his twin brother Dave and whatnot. Well, the story was from him that I was the test subject for the plastic surgery. And they're showing tweets in the middle of the match. Come on, do that after. But yeah, I'm with you about the Tenille could do no wrong. And I think Madison is very underrated here. Like, she was always the third person in the Beautiful People. And even the fact that for a while there, a lot of people considered her there only because Josh Matthews was working there in the booth. But Madison has always been that soldier, right? Always there to help out where needed. But yeah, Tenille, straight out of the Storm camp. Nice interception. Like you said, Tenille can do no wrong. That was a perfect thing there. Madison is the most beautiful of the people. I will agree with that. I'm sorry, like, don't get me wrong, like, people are more than just looks, but if it's just straight looks, like, I got to meet Angelina Love live, and she looked like layered tattoos on many parts there. Double spear, and they almost hit heads. Why is the referee counting 2 pins? Maybe it's just me. I love it when, referees just randomly turn around and just say, screw it. Oh, rake to the eyes. And a little fight with each other. And neckbreaker on the rope. And this is where you change the fortunes of the match. Oh, never mind. Maybe we'll end the match at this point. Well, there's the collab. But nobody's pinning anybody, so obviously that's not going to be the finish. Nice Shining Wizard. Bad camera angle. Cameraman, smarten up. And Rosemary's hulking up. All right, we got new champs. New champs. I'm actually surprised. Not that they don't deserve them, just I thought they weren't going to do much with the women's. Oh, the one guy's. Oh, God. I appreciate the cam guys switching the angles during women's matches so much more now. But the problem is they Kevin done it too much. Yeah, Taya 3 belts now. Get the... All right, so we're not going to see Angle in that 10-man tag. Never realized how hard and tedious it was till actually seeing it done. Man, I'll never forget watching the Clandestine Society, watching our switcher doing it during the matches. It was insane. And shout out to Thomas. He does an absolute excellent job at it. And I know he does the switching now for Love Pro Wrestling when they're there. The camera angles aren't the best, but at the same time, it's still... Those guys are the real deal. Like, I wish people would understand what production really was. Ah, poor Sammy. Like, honestly, a production crew could really make or break what your make or break a video for you guys, whether you want to stay and watch a promotion. I know I've seen comments about Indie Wrestling TV right now that their production is just, when it works, it's great, but sometimes it's not working really well. So it can cause a lot of consternation. You know, you can have the greatest product in the world live. And I think we'll talk about this a little later on. Not necessarily tonight. I'm planning on doing a final podcast for the network before we shut down our podcast part of our service at the end of the month here. But basically, you can have the greatest product in the ring, period. But if nobody's able to see it outside of that 200, 300, 500 maybe in the facility that you got, does it really matter? We had a guy stand right under the room mic last night at GCW cursing out Mox for some of the match. That, ugh. See, and that's something that you need to correct, right? Like, I know that when we were doing the video, when I was doing the videos, when it came to, like, it got Twitter. It got to Twitter with some of the comments. Yeah, I could just imagine. This Monsters Ball match is the one match you don't care about. One thing I will say is I'm very thankful that they actually showed the proper pre-match stipulation. One thing that could make a match, like we were talking about production being something that could either be great or horrible. I'm not a fan of hardcore matches either, unless... This one I don't mind for the mere fact that there's actual, reason for it. Like, this is the problem that I have with the Fed when it comes to like Hell in the Cell and that. It seems like it just rolls in no matter what. That's why matches should never... Pay-per-view should never be named after gimmick matches. If you're going to do it, make sure that stipulation is every... Like, the Royal Rumble. Fine. Money in the Bank, I can understand, too. Because that's fixed in for a year and whatnot. That works more than fine. But Hell in the Cell, TLC, Lockdown, there's a perfect one. The Lockdown pay-per-view, that was like another hashtag Fire Russo. I'm surprised that's not trending on Twitter tonight. Just for old time's sake. Like, even for a couple of years, they considered the King of the Mountain match to make that as a pay-per-view. It's like... I can understand why you would do it, but at the same time... I think having it on Slammiversary makes it mean a little more. But you can see Moose is still trying to clean his eyes out. Trying to get adjusted to the light. I really don't think it would take that long, to be honest with you. At one point, King of the Mountain was every Slammiversary, and it was always won by Jeff Jarrett. Or Jeff Jarrett was the guy that allowed the other person to win. In the case of Jeff Jarrett and Sting, right? Oh, Sammy's bleeding already. This is where I agree with you, Andre, about the uselessness of these hardcore matches. MJF wears his Superman underwear outside his pants. Nice sign, buddy. Well, you don't need to see to get hit with hit a Uranagi, that's for sure. And after this, I think we only got 3 more matches, so this might actually be... We got the we got 4 more, sorry. Because we got the Queen of the Mountain, you got the Heavyweight Championship match, you got the 10-person tag, and you got the Tag Championships. So, you guys in the chat, who is going to be the 5th man for Team Impact? I know I gave my thoughts earlier on, but some of you guys are new that are popped in here. Oh, somebody made fun of him in the crowd, so Sammy, right? AJ Styles, yeah. Could you imagine the shock in the wrestling world if AJ Styles showed up tonight? That would absolutely blow everybody's mind, I think. To me, it just seems so perfect for me that it would be Christopher Daniels. For the fact that he's not allowed to tag one-on-one with Kazarian anymore. But this could be a final hurrah for SCU, right? Because they never really got their... Could be Sting. Even though I don't think so, for the same reason I don't think it's going to be Angle, because we already had our little promo package with him, right? Please don't make it sound like Jeff Jarrett. It could be. I don't know how having an agent's contract with WWE would work with something like that. That's the only problem I have with that. Because I know we mentioned his name earlier as well. Because we got Jeff Jarrett, we got Abyss. Could even be Sanjay. Could you imagine Black Machismo coming out for one night? Oh, God. The Vince Austin special. Oh, no, there's no mousetraps. It's, yeah, Senshi. Sami Callihan taking a bow. You know when anybody brings out a weapon, they're the one that ends up going through it? Let's not see Janice tonight. I don't need to see anybody impaled. I just see Sami going through it for the fact that he's got that jacket on. That 10-man's going to be super long. If it was elimination... Oh. You fucked up. You fucked up. Well. If you can't get to your spot, get to your spot again and see what happens. It could be a super long match. I think the heavyweight one will be a long match, and I think the Queen of the Mountain match will be a long match, just because that match always is. And I think that match, as much as people like to say it's a Vince Russo thing, I honestly think Queen of the Mountain was made up by a Canadian. It had to be. How else would you think about penalty boxes and 2 minutes and... Me, every time I try to walk out of Walmart and they try to ask me to buy something. Come by in. Please be Lego, please be Lego, please be Lego. Nope. Of course it's got to be thumbtacks. Thought that was a cowbell? Yeah. Well, we did have one show up in a Hell in a Cell match somehow. No, it's Sami. Yep, there it is. Choke bomb right through it. The should have been glass as a nod to Abyss. Very well could have been. And they won't call it what the move they used to call when they weren't on Access. That used to be called the Go to Hell. Don't show his ass. Taxer Moose's ass. Maybe he'll enjoy that. I don't know. Well, Andre, you got a chance to meet Moose, didn't you? That time when he was in town? Sammy's got to be the one going through that. Jesus! How is he kick? How is he kicking out with barbed wire sticking to him? It's like, ick. This is why I don't like hardcore matches. I'm not very good with, you know, the blood and the gore and the gliving. I will admit there was some story behind this, so it isn't as bad, but Jesus. Could you imagine them doing this with crash cymbals instead? Like every time they hit each other. And then. And again. That would scare the bejeebers out of me, to be honest. And everybody's going with it. This is awesome chant. I don't know about that. I don't mind it. Don't get me wrong. It's been a hardcore match, and it has been a lot about rivalry, so it works out that way. I love how intense Callahan can get, though. Oh, and he got hit in the tax. Cactus driver. Only two. Moose must be winning this. Like, it sucks. They booked us into a bit of a corner here with these two. Because it's Callahan's first match back, so you don't want him to lose. Moose has been on a losing streak ever since losing the championship, so you really want to start building him back up a little bit. Unless Moose is heading out. Well, that wasn't a thumb up. That was a whole arm and fist. And I love how the ref didn't even flinch on that one. Because that's why I appreciate, like, that was a thumb up the bum. I think there was a lot more than just a thumb in there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Jesus! Ow! My God. Moose doing his Hulk Hogan impression. I call that the Freakinoids kick. Freaky Nando. No, Andre, that wasn't the Freaky Nandos. The Freaky Nandos is a super kick. That's what got me there. Like, I know the Freaky Nandos. African Madman. Well, it only took another cactus driver to finish him off. But no, that was just a straight field goal kick. That wasn't a... Normally a freaking Nando's is a super kick, right? So you can protect yourself a little bit. That was just a good straight old punt to the top of the dome. Oh, cheeky Nando's. My bad. All right, I see where you're going with it there. All I call that is disgusting. Like most of this match. So here's another thing, and this is where I'll get a complaint about Impact. I'll throw it in there. So we had the Ultimate X. Then we had to have 15 minutes of runaround time because they had to clean up the Ultimate X before the tag match. Then they did a bunch of filler after the women's tag. Now they're going to have to do a bunch of filler now to clean up the ring for the next match. Hell, if it is the tag match, I'm pretty sure that neither team's really going to care. They could just fight on the outside for 10 minutes. I'm really happy that the Briscoes actually got a shot somewhere out of Ring of Honor. It's going to be interesting to see who the... Like, I was with JJ earlier. I know she said that we had to know the Good Brothers are winning, but I'm not sure. It looks like Moose had his period. I'll give you that one, Andre. I'll give you one. What in the... All right, this is the stuff we've been missing. Jesus. Do we need to deal with the swinging belt metaphor? Yeah, no, I know exactly what you were saying, JJ there. Just man up. Damn right. This is going to be a hell of a matchup. Like, all the bullshit we saw for the last 5 minutes there in the promo saying, all that aside, these two are absolutely amazing tag teams. And they're running on pretty good pace right now because we got 4 more matches and 2 more hours. So... I miss Dalton and the boys in ROH when the crowd used to yell fan up. Man up, I believe is what you're trying to say. But yeah. That's the problem when you work. Doc Gallows is the drizzling shits. Oh. And maybe Mark that has a preemie newborn that he needs to go home with. Honestly, JJ, I don't know how much of a factor that is in Impact. Like we were talking earlier. That's why I think the Good Brothers may win. Agnes from Kasumi Ninja's Fireball's greater than Ryu. Screw you! Ryu's number 1. Street Fighter 6 for years. Book that. That is a fail of a sign if I ever seen one. Anyway, back to topic here. The way that Impact does their taping schedule, it's a little bit different. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, hell, after tonight, they're probably going to film Monday and Tuesday, and that's going to cover at least the next month. Or at least until their next special. So he only has to be away for 3 days, then he can be home for a month. That's why a lot of wrestlers enjoy working at Impact Wrestling. they get the year-long advantage of TV time with the advantage of also not having to work a full-time schedule. Like, don't get me wrong, AEW does something a little similar with filming Rampage and Dark on the same night as Dynamite for a lot of the nights. But at the same time, 3 nights in 3 months and you can group them all together, I'll take that budget anytime. I just realized I do have a mute button for my mic where I can quickly take a drink while you guys don't have to hear me slurp down my yeah, not gonna lie, it's one of the reasons I can't invest them in as often. I'm not a fan of pre-recorded. That's totally fair, because unfortunately in 2022 spoilers are everywhere, right? And I'll be honest, my work schedule doesn't allow me to watch Rampage as much as I want to because I'm on call every second Friday. But at the same time, if it's pre-recorded, if there's something worth seeing, I'm sure it's going to get leaked out by news outlets and whatnot. Then I can watch Rampage. And also, I can catch it on video on demand later, so... You're not a fan of the Briscoes? I haven't watched enough to really be a fan or not be a fan, if that makes sense. Like, I'll admit, my ROH watching up until the last year of their existence wasn't very much. I knew the history, I knew the quality of it, but the only person you like in this match is Carl Anderson, and that's totally fair. The only man who does a proper RKO anymore, or a stun gun as it should be named. But unfortunately, they won't use the term gun in WWE. Gun stun. I forgot it's a Japanese version, so it's got to be got to have the words from right to left, right? Oh, I thought I was going to use it as a weapon. All right, so the Briscoes are dominating right now, which should mean the Bullet Club should win this. Well, at least this crowd's wise enough to use the word "dem boys." Oh, like, seriously. Gunstun's the name. Yes, I got that, Andre. Like I said, I don't watch enough New Japan. Really? It's almost like an excuse me chair shot there. Now I can see where you could say the pace on those punches, like with the cover up there like that. Pretty hilarious if you ask me, but didn't he tap? That was two taps on the hand, right? Isn't that a tap out? So which match do you think they fire on next? Do they do the 10-man or the Queen of the Ring or the Queen of the Mountain? I think they're probably going to go with a 10-person, but I think it might be a mistake. But because honestly, I think that Queen of the Mountain match might steal the show here tonight, especially with all the participants in it. As goofy as the gimmick is, worst thing that happened to Doc Gallows was dropping the Festus gimmick. I don't know about that. I still get your point about Gallows not being... With me, the biggest argument I have with Gallows is just his politics when he's out there. Like, from what I've heard, that's the reason he's not on... Why he never got a chance to stay on AEW any longer than they were, right? I've heard many stupid things about what happened while they were there, but you never know what's real. Nice straight jacket fall through there. Going for a froggy splash there. And there's that spine buster. I love it. The froggy bow. Ah, yes. Yeah, the curl up frog. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, get it, Andre. See, I didn't get a chance to call her matches, so I haven't researched every move, right? I'll never forget when JR used to call that move the 3D. The posture check. Thank you, Andre. Oh, nice spear. Roll up. I didn't think Gallows would be the one to get pinned. One, two. No. Well, like I said at the start of the show, every match is going to be able to get a lot of breathing in and get their time in. I will say it's probably going to be pretty sweet. We might be done as early as 8:30 tonight, depending on how things go here. Don't get me wrong, I love hanging out with you guys. I love all the momentum that he gets off those shots, and Anderson just says nope. Just out of nowhere with that. Wow. No pun intended. Ow! I'm sorry, that neck breaker like that, that's gotta be extra painful. Because you, in a way, unless he's really soft with that contact, he's not gonna be able to control his own fall. Nice reversal there. Oh, I see Anderson out there. cameraman, what are you doing? God dang it, cameraman. That was out of nowhere. Oh, wow. That was a stiff kick. And there's your title change. All right, JJ, you got that one. I just hope that the Briscoes aren't done with Impact. Like, typically when a team loses the championships like that, like it happened with the Inspiration too, they lost the titles. Next night they were gone from the company. Is that the never open weight 6-man or just the never open weight period? Yeah, time for the schwang again. Well, at least there'll be a 2 sweet out of this. Or are we going to get another team to come out here? Never open weight singles? Okay, thanks, Andre. It's what I thought, but... Holy crap! Really? We get a Braden Walker sighting here? Oh my God, we got Braden Walker out here. Hot damn. Wow. I'm tongue-in-cheek, guys. Braden Walker, it's when Chris Harris went to WWE, if you guys didn't know. They completely flubbed him. He flubbed himself, and he got pitched quick. Is Braden still fat? Yep. It's funny, all these legends that come back, they're still packing a little bit. Yeah, I'll say that. Tag Team Wrestling Royalty, he's right on. All right. It's all right. Who's getting the beer bottle over their head? Is it going to be the... Well, we got the TNA chants out there. Ha! Chris Harris, the official designated driver. I will agree with him. Tag team wrestling has always been pretty good here. About your damn luck. Yeah, the Briscoes and America's Most Wanted did fight early days in TNA. I remember the Briscoes had an early run there. It's tough to hear about Don West right now and the conditions. And I heard he's getting better, but I hope they show him, like, if he's in the shape to be seen, right? I always love watching Tenay, whether it was in WCW or in Impact. And Don West was the ultimate shill. Yeah, his cancer did come back, and I'm not sure whether he's been getting over it or not the second time. Watching Don West lose his mind over some of these. Angle going after West. Oh, wow.
I will relax and recharge and be even more helpful tomorrow.
Alexa just told me she's going to relax and be ready tomorrow. I don't know where that came from, but that's okay. I don't know. Alexa, that little echo thing, the speaker. Oh, wow. Yeah, they are doing the 10-man next. I love the fact that they actually gave... Yeah, he's battling... Yeah. And I think Tenay's still gambling in Vegas right now at the sports books. It's gonna be Puppet the Dwarf. Atta boy. That would be somewhat apropos. It could be W. Morrissey, you know. He is an alumni now. Technically for like 3 episodes. Sorry, just quickly checking the Twitter. You gotta love the old Pillmanizing. It's always such a great storyline for everyone. If you want to mark somebody off due to injury, that's the way to do it. All right, here comes Heath. He's about to get Pillmanized. PCO being on that team makes no sense, and Vincent being there makes me angry because of the blood feud with Taven. Yeah, I get it. I got a feeling, and this is just me coming in raw and thinking about things here. I got a feeling that Impact's going to beat Honor No More in this matchup. PCO is going to eat the pin, and Honor No More is going to turn on PCO tonight. If you want a prediction for me about what's going to happen tonight, there you go. There's your spot-on predictions from me tonight. You mean they couldn't use somebody part of Impact's new roster? Hey, hello. In the words of Jerry Lawler, what is she not wearing? Holy crap. Oh my God. Coach D'Amore is back. Tam Hemi looks, yeah. I will agree with you, Andre, completely. Petey Williams is the fifth man. I'd love it. Scott, you had one job. Make sure your mic works. We got Tanay on speed dial. Why isn't he here? Yeah, he's well, you were talking about Jared. He's also an agent now. Like I said, my prediction would be to have my prediction is still going to be Christopher Daniels, but didn't Maria and Christy have a blood feud back when? Well, you want to talk about who's not wearing what? I'm looking at these signs and I'm like, seriously, guys? Cameraman! In the words of Vic. I think I'm going to have to save that for a clip somewhere. Why is PCO out there? Because he's part of Team Honor No More. He's the fifth man. He looks so out of place with these guys. But they're all ex-Ring of Honor guys, so they're considered a team. Nice to see Kazarian out here. Kazarian on loan from AEW, obviously. Tracy freaking Brooks. Hit. Oh, Earl. Earl. My heart goes out to you. Yeah, representing Impact Wrestling, AEW superstar Frankie Kazarian. Oh, he dislocated his arm on Thursday. Well, he's a monster. He just dislocated, just pop it back into place, put a few screws in, you're good. And as they were describing at the beginning of the show, the most impactful tag team in the promotion's history. And I don't think you can really deny it. Yeah, that was taped like 6. I know, but I'm trying to explain it kayfabe-wise here, Andre, because I know exactly. Like, it's been 6 weeks. It's... That's why it was so difficult for them to difficult to book the Inspiration versus the Iconics at one point there because they had to miss the set of tapings due to COVID. I'm a little upset that they're not using Nick's British Invasion theme. Rockstar Spud, there you go. Hey, that could totally be the fifth man. Motor City Machine Guns versus Generation Me. Yeah, that was classic. I know he's not Magnus now, but seriously. It just proves that fans are smart. All right, who is it? Really? They're bringing Control Your Narrative is invading Impact Wrestling? Really? If Dixie's introducing someone, get the song ready. Get the song ready. Dixie's the fifth person. That'd be hilarious. Could you imagine? Trouble, 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 trouble. Oh, oh. So now we're going to get a half-hour promo before the match, before the introduction, right? I'm glad Earl gets a chance. Oh, Dixie. Dixie's the fifth person. It was anybody from Impact's past. She knows how to go through a table. Oh my God. You want to bring up a story? Here's one for you. I'll have to say, this is a nice twist. That's a great pick with Eddie there. That's why I say it's going to be an absolute... It's an absolute amazing pick here. Yeah, like, let's think about this here. We got essentially parts of 5 promotions in this ring right now. If you want to believe that Honor No More is still part of ROH or some version of ROH. Got Major League Wrestling, we got AEW, we got the NWA, and Impact Wrestling. Yeah, I don't know how long this is going to go, but this is like... Yeah, this is like... You want to talk about Forbidden Doors opening up this week? Like, we got a bunch of Forbidden Doors open right now, and we're getting some end of the week. Maybe if Vince goes away, maybe we'll open some more later. I love the Saban hesitation drop kick. Oh. That brain buster. I'm not a big fan of that straight down brain buzz. The one that Adam Cole does and Michael Richard Blaze does, I find it looks a lot better for the fact that it looks like you're actually making a real impact. No pun intended. I got to keep saying that all night tonight. Unless you're doing it straight down, sort of like the way Eddie Guerrero used to do it. Aldis looks so much bigger than... Jesus. Like Tomohiro Ishii. Yeah, exactly. Like if you're going to do a brain buster, like make it look like you're trying to affect the brain a little bit. But that looks like a suplex where they just pull him over a little bit sooner. Wow. Not used to seeing a side Russian leg sweep done off a whip to the ropes like that. Oh, let's get that hot tag to Richards right now. This is going to be fun to watch. Oh, this is great. It's funny because the roles are completely reversed here compared to what they were before. It's funny for myself, like, to me, Davey Richards was part of the greatest match I've ever seen live. Was in Red Deer. It was against Bobby Sharp, one of our local guys who was, I believe he ended up getting a Future Star Award down at the Cauliflower Alley Club. I know Sebastian got one, but I think Sharp's gotten one as well, but don't quote me on that. But I remember I was ring announcing that match, and literally I forgot that I was ring announcing. I enjoyed that match so much. And hyper paranoid me, who was always watching, to throw me off the way you did and just sit back and just wow the whole thing. Richards with a good old-fashioned kick. Kazarian with the flying leg drop. Man, Bennett's taking a beating in this match. Sorry, just quickly checking the social meds on some stuff here. Nice. Cannonball by PCO. Ha! 2 careers ago. I love that running flatliner there. It's great to see everybody getting over. hell of a... I would have loved to see the Kingdom get more of an opportunity in the tag division back when the early days of them forming, like before Taven decided to go on a singles run. Shelly knows how to sell. At least a little bit. Nice shot. For as old as PCO is, the amount of stuff he gets to put over. Oh, I see what they're doing here. Uh-oh. Jesus! He not human! Well, Taven and Bennett had a long run as a tag team in ROH before Bennett left for Impact. Yeah, exactly. Like, I would like to see back when they were working together. I wish they would have came over as a team. And everybody's getting taken over the top. Double blockbuster. Sliced bread, sorry. Thank you, Renwolf, for correcting me there. I appreciate that. That's when Taven had Vincent and TK to the King. Okay. Makes sense. Ooh, that was rough. Tito Santana forearm. It's Kaz! It's Kaz! Try to do a little JR there, but nice. That was more like a 1 there, Renwell. Come on. It's like Shivani with Sting, yeah. Sorry, I don't got my JR-isms. I can't get my voice deep enough. I don't have that southern drawl that a lot of them have. Nice kick there. And PCO just coming in saying, nope. That's my move. I'll never forget when Taven actually called out a local wrestling personality for calling his move the 1%er instead of the climax in front of 250 people in Calgary. I went up to Taven and I'm just like, you're my hero. The wrong AC, I believe, is the way we describe that gentleman. Man, those two are so smooth in the ring together. And just think, we still got 3 more matches left. Oh no, 2 more. Sorry, my apologies, 2 more. Taven taking a... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, this should be a good old-fashioned hockey fight. He's the evil troll of an Andre. Exactly, Andre. I love this crowd. I hated them earlier. I love them now. Jesus, Davey. Uh-oh. I'm not sure, to be honest, what he's doing. Why is PCO just watching? Because he's a monster. And he's 50 and he can't realize that he's supposed to do something. Oh, there it is. Nice reversal. Attaboy, Davey. Three submissions. So what do they do? Oh, and they were doing a double chance or he couldn't get it on. That's how you break it up, PCO. That's a monster. Well, if you're going to be a monster, that's the way to do it, right? Oh, and everybody's coming off the top now. Ow! Ow! And this is why 10-man matches take forever, because you can't get enough people separated from everybody else. All right, what crazy thing is PCO going to do now? Oh, never mind. Now, I reinstate my statement. He's going for that moonsault? Crash and burn, but you're a monster. Get up. Yep, he's up first. Nice move. Michinoku driver. And there's Davey. He's not fooling around now. And oh, I thought that was going to be it. Because I'm pretty sure, like I said, I'm pretty sure PCO is going to be the one eating the pin here. Cradle shock? Oh, Tracy! Holy crap! Tracy has never... Well, I guess Tracy was a wrestler for a while. Surprised they don't have any cookies for her. Gotta protect the wife. Come on now. Happy wife, happy life. All right, PCO, you're going to jump on the women there at ringside. Hey, Mr. McGee, how are you doing tonight? We're just watching a little pay-per-view wrestling here. Impact Wrestling, overall, it's been pretty decent so far. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh! Oh! Flux capacitor and PCO landed square on his head. Wow. Dino! Dino! And Hebner. What is Hebner doing? Sky high! Yeah! Oh my God, that was awesome. Yeah, PCO landed square on his head. And this might be Brian's last match. That would be sort of apropos if Earl came in and finished the match for him. That's why they're veterans. The lowdown. There's no... Well, I guess he's got a vest, but not the right vest. Guess that was the clip of D'Lo I seen. Yeah, well... No, this is live, JJ. That's just a repeat. The Sky High, he could do textbook all the time. Super kicks for the kingdom. Wave of the future. And shell shock. Cradle shock. Let's just throw them all out here. Them knees say different. What the hell is Earl doing? Ha! Earl, get into the ring! Nice! Nice! All right. That's a nostalgia match if I ever heard one. All right, so if you guys didn't know, Brian Hebner announced that he is retiring from refereeing. What better way to have Brian in there? What better way to send Brian out than to have his dad help with the match? So that was it was a crazy match. It was fun. And they're signaling to Dave. Yeah. Imagine they're weak. AJ, oh my God. Elevation X. My God. ...2005 Unbreakable. Really? Elevation X, greatest match of all time. Right there in the scaffold match, both of them can be, you know, shove a big, you know, donkeys. The scaffold match was already a bad concept, and the putting it narrow on an X was even worse. I wonder how much they had to pay WWE to get AJ on the show. Or what kind of footage they need that, what footage does WWE need that they had to borrow AJ Styles for that promo? So, time to bring out the old penalty box. All right. You know, as much as you say that, Andre, honestly, what is the worst match concept you guys have ever seen as part of Impact Wrestling? Through I'm sure TNA had a bunch of them, and TNA would probably be the confirmation of all of them. What is the worst match concept you've ever seen? Electrified cage? For me, I'm gonna say the Stairway to Hell match. If you guys don't remember it, it was Abyss versus Sting. They had a coffin that you had to get lowered into the ring. You had to put your opponent in the coffin, and then they had to raise it up into the ceiling. If they didn't raise it up to the ceiling with your opponent in it, you had to beat them up and do it again. Last rights. There you go, Andre. Thank you. The electrified cage was a decent idea with very poor execution. Realistically, it should never have been happened, but at the same time, oh, gritty, they're bringing out the rules, folks. Number one rule I've learned now. So it makes it the worst ever? No, it just... Some concepts are great, they just were executed very poorly. Remember, they did an electrified... Well, they did that electric chair match back in 91. But speaking of this match right now, you have to make sure... If you end up having to put your rules on like multiple pages on a graphic, it might be a good idea not to run that match. That has got to be one of the greatest referee outfits ever. I will not wear that. So if you're the special... Okay. They're going to reorganize right away. Okay, so we got an hour for 2 matches, which it works out okay. I can't wait to see the first time James has to throw Peraza in the penalty box. MJF Shane Douglas School of Cheap Promos. I love that. Okay, that sign popped me a little bit. I really wonder who's going to end up with. Any special enforcer can count a pin established by Tyson in 14. With all due respect, Mike Tyson proved that special enforcers should not be counting pins. You think Mia Yim's going to win? Honestly, I don't think it's a bad choice. As far as I'm concerned, Tasha Steelz... Yeah, they can. They shouldn't, but they can. Okay. Tasha Steelz has been, to me, not a very credible champion. Mrs. Cardona. Did you manage to get a Chelsea 469 shirt from her at the LPW show, Andre? Her jacket, I write history. No, you don't buy shirts. They never have one. Yeah, fair enough. I'm with you on that. I actually have to order online for those. That's why I'm glad shirts on my site actually are big enough. Yeah, Jordan Grace is absolutely awesome. I love that entrance. Like Jordan to win? It wouldn't make me feel bad at all. Tabori needs help for some reason. He gets Chelsea Green and Britt. Here's a fun fact for you, JJ. If you didn't know, Britt Baker and Chelsea Green actually used to be a tag team called Fire and Nice when they ran the Indies before both of them moved on. And it was when they were wearing their gear and all that, it was actually very hard to determine between both of them. Like, unless you had a proper camera and a proper angle, they would look very close to each other. So check out some of the earlier Shimmer and... So Savannah Evans is allowed to be out here? Well, I think there's... Hannafin's close. Some psychological warfare here, as well as... I think there might be a little bit of Thunder Rosa as well. All the referees are looking at each other like, what? Well, what do we do now? I don't mean... Tasha, so like, to me, that's like... I don't see her carrying herself as well as a champion, as credible a champion as I'd like, to be honest. Like, she's yelling at everybody else. It almost makes me feel like she's trying to convince everybody else that she deserves to be there. Rather than just... It's to the point where she's trying to convince herself, not just everybody else. Sure, you can win it early. Quick pin, quick submission. Here's the funny part about this match. They're bringing out tables already. Have you ever seen a tables match at a King of the Mountain match? And yes, I did say King of the Mountain because we've never seen a Queen of the Mountain match before. They actually set it up that you never saw any of the other weapons. Honestly, if I was Steels, I'd buddy up with somebody, get pinned right away. Then I'll go sit in the box for 2 minutes while you guys chill out. Because everybody's going to beat the living crap out of whoever's in there, right? Like, psychological wise, you want to find a way that you can last in this match, right? Jesus. All right, little cannonball action there. What the hell, Chelsea? Jesus. Deanna going up? This is something you don't see every day. All right. To me, she's earned her keep to be the champ because it was rough when she was finding her way as a singles wrestler. I get it. See, I'd be thrilled about this. Go stick her in the box. See, if you're not going to put the title up, the referee's supposed to hang on to it. Nobody watches the old matches. Ha! Tash already hurt her hand because of that. See, you need actual graphics on this screen. Like, you got your countdown timer on here, which is great. But in the top left, if you're not going to have your Twitter handle, which I'm surprised they don't, I would put a little graphic up there saying eligible Chelsea. But it's always great when they start having multiple people getting pinned at the same time. Why would you want to circumvent the 2 minutes? That's the question I have. You're going to keep getting beaten up. There's not enough people that are eligible yet. And that's the other thing. Like, get people out of there. That way you can get a quick pin yourself. The less that people are around, the more likely you got a chance to win the damn match. Keep Evans in there the whole match. Yeah, that's what I say. Like, early in this match, just hang out in the box the whole time. There's no DQ, so all right, here comes Mickey. Special Enforcer can kick people out, I guess. Oh! See, that's what I was saying before. Like, get as many people as you can into the penalty box. It's a risk making people eligible to hang the championship. And Chelsea's got to go sit in the box. She's from Vancouver. She knows how to get in the penalty box. That's all they do. Oh. I'll kill you! And unfortunately, she put it in the wrong spot. And it's funny because nobody else can hang the championship, so. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! Ow! I'm pretty sure that Mia just cracked her jaw. Wow. 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 Sorry. Just... That was not as pretty as Sammy's, not by a long shot. Now that's who to do it to. Put Tasha back in the box. Okay, Steele's tapped out. And Tasha's back. See, this actually works out for her. Wow, that was a slap. Skins the cat like nothing and gets caught with a backstabber for her trouble. That was close. Someone could win while she's in there? Absolutely, but let's be real, Andre. With 3 other people out there, in most ladder matches, don't get me wrong, like, you've seen enough of them. How often in ladder matches do you find anybody gets up there in the first 5 minutes? It is a risk, don't get me wrong, but it just, to me, I find it with everybody still relatively active in the match. We're like 10 minutes in now. I don't see anybody in serious... I don't see anybody in real serious jeopardy right now. Are we going to see Ms. Cardona get up to the top? Or Mrs. Cardona, sorry. I love how the camera is actually inverted there. Oh no. Oh God. Oh God. Ow! Now would be the point where people are starting to get worn out. Now you might have to be a little bit careful of that, but still. 2 minutes might also be a good thing right now. Boo! I was wondering why she wasn't going after steals there, but that makes a lot of sense. Package pile driver on the 8. Oh yeah, pinfalls out here. Grace is stuck in the penalty box now. So right now we got Mia Yim, Chelsea Green, and Deonna Purrazzo are all eligible. See, like I said, we need a scoreboard on this damn thing. So we got 3 eligible. The only 2 that aren't are Tasha and Jordan. So everybody else is eligible. Go get it. She's going to break the bars of the cage, isn't she? Yeah, Tasha's got to pretty much play defense at this point. Now this... Okay, this is what? Oh my. Okay, that was... As much as I understand why that happened... Ow! Okay, Deonna. Here's what you do. You pin the girl, center the box, and then you go up with the ladder. Oh! So is Mickey actually gonna... Well, VXT's going up to the top. Abuse of power by Mickey James, absolutely. I know they're gonna try and say that that was justified for what happened earlier, but no. Well, we know what those 2 tables were for. Jesus! Mickey's the one checking on him. Like, son of a... If I was Mickey, I'd be up there. Yeah, you deserve that. You bit. Either do it or don't. Like, seriously. So they're calling that a double pin. Oh, for 5 cents. See, now this is the point where you don't want to get caught in the box. That was super dumb? Yes, sir. What in the Fire, Russo! Seriously. The thing is, Jarrett knew how to book this a little bit better. You want to get caught? Yeah. Now Tasha goes in the box. And now you got a minute 13 to get the title up there. See, this is what I'm telling you. Now that things are isolated, you pin people, get them in the box. There it is. You don't even have to clamp it. You just got to throw it over. You know what? Good for Jordan. Jordan gets the first ever on that. I'm happy for her. I think she deserves it. But what the was that match? Like, that is the strategy at the end to do it. But that little thing with Mickey and Chelsea, it's like, the Really? Wow. So Goldilocks, I hope she gets ignored on her interview, like she always used to. Oh, this must be pre-recorded because I'm sure she was back agenting that match. Well, at least they're getting some time to clean up before the main event here. But agenting is done before the match. But you also need to, you know, check on everybody after the match is done. Yeah, overall, we got a good ending. We got a good start. Just some of that stuff in the middle, just... yeah. Canada Day. And I can't sorry, guys, no watch along for that. Unfortunately, I'm on call that night, so. Who's the guy with the WCW hat? I'm not sure. All right, so they're announcing where Bound for Glory is this year. Bring it to Canada. Outside of Toronto. Bring it to Edmonton. We don't have the World Cup, so let's have Bound for Glory. love to join you, but I need to know where you are. Why is it that Impact Wrestling consistently gets the finer details screwed up in things? They remind me of Dan Hibiki in Street Fighter. If you guys aren't familiar with Dan Hibiki, he's the gimmick comic character in the game. Example, he wears a pink gi because he had a white gi, but he ended up forgetting a red shirt in his laundry. In his story, when he wins, he sends out all these flyers and advertising for all his for his dojo, so he could train everybody, so he could teach the world about everything. Well, he forgot to put the address and the phone number on the advertisement. That's just what happened with that advertisement for Bound for Glory. Unless it's sold out already, which I'll guarantee you it's not. Because you look at the venue they got tonight for Slammiversary. I understand they're in Nashville with a cheap one, but I think it's the best way to sum it up. Just Well, I will let you guys know before we get to our main event here tonight. Next time I'm going to be on is tomorrow night. Thinking either Ninja Turtles or I might get into a fighting game. Trying to solidify a little bit more of a formal schedule about what we're going to be doing on days of the week. You and Josh Alexander are the same age. Well, unfortunately, Josh got caught up in Canada a little bit too long. He should have been a top star for a while now. But yeah, my schedule this week is going to be Monday, Wednesday for sure. The rest of the week, I'm technically on vacation, so it's a bit of a hit and miss. I will be on for sure next Sunday, along with that Canada dude in the chat, as we talk about Forbidden Door live from Beercade YEG here in Edmonton. Pre-show around 4:30. Myself, Andre, and Mel are going to be talking Forbidden Door. I'd turtle with you tomorrow. You know what? We'll chat. Because I did enjoy working with, yes, Melball. We're going to be joined by Melball, Andre, and myself. You two are basically going to be running the show. I'll just be trying to explain names and whatnot and go from there. I love the Thor mask he's got. Yeah, it's like the Iron Man when he, maybe an ultimate. Did I say Thor? Gosh dang it. I was looking at Doring. No, that's definitely a nice Iron Man mask. Maybe this is the new Avengers. Ah, damn it. Well, you look at Doring, he's got a bit of a Thor mask on there. They got Iron Man, Thor, and I guess Diener would be Black Widow? Yeah, that conversation, I was just trying to find some way to end it right, and it just, maybe this one's better. There we go. Diener's Ant-Man. That makes sense. I drove 9 hours to see Josh kick EY's ass. Nice. Okay, don't be screwing up any names like you did during the pre-show. Job, Penzer. Yeah, if you go back and watch the Reverse Battle Royale, you get that. I drove. If you go back and check out the Reverse Battle Royale, Penzer halfway through is like, give up on the mic. I drove to some hick town 1.5 hours south of west of Edmonton to see and ring announce Josh Alexander. I remember that. I love the fact that she cares. He's like, You also got to remember, he's been out. That kid's been out there for what? Well, what? We've been up here for 3 hours and 10 minutes so far. And we probably have another 20 minutes to go yet here. Yeah, he's probably tired. Hell, my voice is telling me I should be tired right now. But like I was saying earlier tonight, I think Eric Young is absolutely the perfect opponent for tonight for Alexander. Alexander wants to represent the new and the future of Impact Wrestling. And Eric Young, well, like they said in the introductions, he's got the most championships of anyone in Impact Wrestling, period. I'd say in terms of time in the company, he's got to be close. Outside of his time in the Fed, am I going to Top Talent on Thursday? You betcha. I'm going to be at Top Talent, Love Wrestling, and Beercade, all three. Just got regular tickets for all three. I'm not dousing for VIP anything anymore. It ain't worth it. Nice slap. Eric sucking up that slap real quick there. Yeah, I know you were saying you picked up VIP. You have to pick them up by the table, I do believe is what you said, right? Like group of 4 or whatever. I'm sorry, anybody that makes you offer a group of tickets for any special privileges outside of getting a suite or something, I'm sorry, you're not that big. Oh, they do sell them individually. Okay, I stand corrected. I will gladly stand corrected on that. I know there's some promotions that we're selling tables only. And any promotion that makes you buy a group of tickets for any kind of VIP experience, that better be one fantastic deal if you're going to do that. So, wonder what the significance of the rose is on the back. Like, I get the maple leaf, but I don't get the rose. Oh, and they did the double down and just go right into a face-off. Attaboy. Well, this is going to pick up in a hurry. Watching the main event on my phone. All right, you take care. We'll see you on Wednesday there, JJ. That go-home show to Forbidden Doors should be a fun one to watch, so... Nice chop. Sorry, now watching... you really hope EY doesn't win? I'm with you. I don't see... I see EY being a decent opponent. I just... Alexander needs a long run. Because what? It's only been 2 months that he's had that championship, maybe? Month, 2 months? Yep. That's a little... He's basically going to try and pull out everything that is involved with... all the Impact Wrestling originals, the TNA originals. That was interesting. I don't know whether that was supposed to be a brain buster or a high angle suplex, but either way, it looked harsh. Oh, and here comes Diener with a table. He just looks like a little rat without his hair now, right? Looks like Eric's almost busted open there right on top of his head. Yeah, Diener is an absolute great guy, and like outside the ring, he's an absolute great guy. I've heard so many good things about it. But just the way his character is. Well, you saw him set up for that. Oh. Inside the ring, he's a great wrestler. I just mean the character, he looks like a rat. Like with the extra cheese and everything. I don't mean like a horrible person, just literally he looks like a rat. All right, who's getting thrown where? EY going for the elbow. Hit it! And that was a picture-perfect elbow. Oh no, he's taking the ring apart now. Wouldn't this be a disqualification in most cases? There's a guitar under there? Yeah, I could... Yeah. While they're doing the tributes to the greatest hits, you know, you got to include Jared in there somewhere, right? It always makes me wonder, what exactly do they keep under the ring all the time? Like, you always wonder why the thumbtacks are there or why the guitar is there. Are there just leprechauns that live under the ring? Over the top and down. Snacks should be kept in the ring. I know at the WWE ring when they have it there. Oh. And there goes Diener. Doran gets knocked over. Nice crossbody there. In WWE, they do actually have like a snack thing underneath the ring with chips and Gatorade and whatnot. It's basically, I believe it's meant for the ring crew. Like the ones that do the production around the ring when they got a second in between matches. Well, let's face it, on Raw or SmackDown when they have the half hour between matches. The stroke! Like I said, they're doing everything from the originals. The stroke! Now here's the question. Do we see the spiral tap tonight? Could you imagine Josh Alexander hitting a spiral tap on EY? I'll just put it flat out, no. But I guarantee you Alexander hits an angle slam here somewhere. Want to see a phenomenal forearm? He never did that in Impact, did he? That was something he adopted because they didn't want him to do the Styles Clash. Yeah, well, Alexander normally does the ankle lock, so there's Abyss. There we go. Oh, he did the forearm. Okay. I'm glad that these fans are acknowledging that this is wrestling. But I'm glad. You knew that at Slammiversary 20 years they were going to try to incorporate some special moves. I will say right now the high angle slam's got to be. It was one of his moves of doom? Okay, that makes sense. What other ones do we see here tonight? That's the question I have. Eric Young's so proud of himself. All right, EY, what do you got? Christopher Daniels right there, STO. Thank you, Redwald. You're catching up with me. Yep, there it is. BME. And Young's like, what? Now, I want to see the perfect plex here. Shades of Bobby Roode and the payout. That's another one I want to see. I want to see an angle slam. Scorpion death drop wouldn't be bad. Actually, Young performing the Young Smart grabbing the ankle like that. No way! My God, I didn't think I'd see it tonight. Then back into the ankle lock. I would say this is Angle, but Alexander uses this as a finisher, so can't really say that at this point. Now I could say it's a little more Angle. The fuck? Wait, he threw sulfur in the eye? Like sulfur, that'll just wear out your eye, period. Oh, there's a tribute to Angle. Crossbody from behind. Chicken stock powder. Yeah, well, I get what it actually is. I'm just trying to play up what it could be. Uh-oh. Here it is. Angle slam. Olympic slam through the table. Shout out to... I knew that was coming from Angle. I still say Robert Roode needs to be included in this too. Angle, baby! But it sucks that, you know, Dave Hebner, or not Dave Hebner, Brian Hebner, it's his last night. The Team Canada flagpole, please. Ha! Here we go! Le hockey stick! That's EY's old gimmick, though. Two minutes for cross-checking. And the guitar! I will say, this is pretty entertaining considering. Tribute to the old EY. Now here's the question. Why is Hebner down like he should be able to move okay? Okay, I guess he is. That looked a little more solid than before. Why does he just bury him in the canvas and just pin? Chicken powder makes your legs hurt? He hit it. Hand on the rope. All right, now here's a tribute back to Super Eric way back when. Is this a tribute to Bully Ray? It could be. No, this is actually the storyline of the match. So what's he looking to do now? Oh no. Thought they were gonna do. That's a nice reversal. That's a hell of a way to counter things. Uh-oh. Alexander's gotten his 13 hits in. Ah! Shout out to anybody that gets that reference. C4 spike on the wood. That's it. We're done. You know what? Even with all that stupid BS in there, I will have to say that was a hell of a match. That was a hell of a fun match to watch. The one thing about Impact Wrestling is the fact they know how to tell a story. That match was pretty damn good. Sorry, I'm just tired overall. That's why I'm not more excited over it. It was a very solid match. A lot of callbacks. When Impact Wrestling looks to make a good story-filled match, they know how to do it. And this was pretty amazing. Especially tonight when they call back to all the old... Yeah, the whole pay-per-view was great. Like, you had a great start, a great finish. And still... What did you think of the show there, Vic? As it heads... Another Impact trait. 10 seconds of celebrating and we're done. They still had another 7 minutes they could play with there, so... yeah, all the matches tonight were pretty decent. Like, when Impact Wrestling tries to do very story-based matches, and I don't mean spot-filled, I mean story-filled, they do a great job of it. Like, to me, everything worked well. The only qualm I had was, and Andre, we were talking about it during the Knockouts Queen of the Mountain match. Mickie James, I understand her getting involved, blocking Chelsea from getting the championship, but it did and it didn't make sense. If you're going to do a spot like that, find some way for Mickie to get knocked out on the outside or something after that. She's done her work. She done what she needs to do, and then to hell with it. But yeah, overall, we got new tag champs. We got a new women's champion. We have a new X Division champion. But we still have a heavyweight champion.